Greetings, listeners. Welcome to Consulting Between Friends. I am your host, Michael Holmes Jr. We all have our own style regarding the clothes we wear. When we go into our closets or drawers, we all pick out what we want to wear that can represent us, from shirts to pants and yes, our shoes. Fashion creates a statement that makes us different and shows different individuals our personalities. Our personality can reflect the way we dress by the uniqueness we all are, coordinating different colors that can make our outfits stand out. For example, a person can stand out by the accessories they choose to wear. When we dress a certain way, it creates a vibe that makes us feel good. When it comes to clothing styles, this changes with every generation. Each generation creates a style that's appropriate for them. The style can be bold, that will push limits to a new level. The ones who push limit in fashion are the ones who stand out from others. The types of popular styles to choose from are modern, casual, business casual, semi-formal, preppy, hipster, hip hop, as well vintage, and the list continues to grow. Fashion is the first sign to show someone's wealth. This means if someone wears a nice luxurious fabric, they are expressing the high quality of taste. Also, the person can afford to wear that clothing style. This first glimpse of fashion is from the Egyptian and the Roman periods. During this time, men and women who had a higher status of wealth wore clothing to distinguish themselves from other people. The Roman women wears palace, which was a headpiece, and the Roman men wore togas, which covered the body to represent citizenship. In the 19th century, the first fashion designer was a man named Charles Frederick Worth. He wanted to distinguish his clothes from others by having his name sewn into the garments. Another sign of fashion in the past century was from a queen, a king, or a noble political figure. This group of individuals dictated high fashion status from other people. They were admired by other individuals for the type of clothing they chose to wear, such as robes. The 1920s was the beginning of the fashion we know today. This was a time when fashion's main priority was to be more comfortable for individuals. Fashion status was still important for individuals who were wealthy. The only new change is you did not have to be wealthy to appreciate nice clothing. The clothing styles were changing, so more individuals could purchase them. The trend continues today with well-known fashion designers. Fashion styles are being created every day to have more individuals wear their brand. For example, Louis Vuitton and Ralph Lauren are designing more clothes that the average person can wear. There are fashion consultants today who offer services to assist individuals with dressing. These consultants focus on assisting individuals with fashion trends and how to dress themselves with more confidence overall. In this episode, I'll be interviewing a fashion consultant named Diamond Sparks. Diamond's main focus is to assist the middle and lower income individuals with fashion knowledge and trends. She will discuss why this is her passion and why someone should choose her services. The topic is fashion, how someone can benefit from a consultant. We will return after a message from our sponsor. Everyone is always planning things, and advertising is needed to make it happen. So, if it's personal or business, let Pinpoint Designs and Images solve that problem. With Pinpoint Designs and Images LLC, you will receive quality work and professional service at a great price. The service that is offered: flyers, business cards, programs, invitations, photo books, ad booklets, and much more. Michael Holmes Jr., owner/principal designer of Pinpoint Designs and Images LLC, contact me by email or social media. Email address is pinpointdesignsandImages@gmail.com, and Instagram Pinpoint Designs, and Facebook Pinpoint Designs and Images. We are back. Before the interview begins, I want to give you a little background on Diamond Sparks. Diamond was born in Oceanside, California, and currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia. Diamond is the founder of Diamond Group International, LLC. Diamond has an Associate of Arts degree from Botter Fashion College in Atlanta, Georgia. Diamond has numerous experience working in retail stores such as Nordstrom's and interned at Saks Fifth Avenue. Diamond's new adventure is the launch of her fashion consulting business. Diamond's target audience is middle and lower income people. She wants to give this demographic the same opportunities that they deserve and want without being a main focus in their everyday life. My guest is Diamond Sparks. Now, welcome to Consulting Between Friends podcast.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Great to be here.
Nice to be here as well. Did you enjoy your day?
My day was just lovely. A little chilly here in Atlanta, Georgia, but it was a nice day overall.
Well, here in New Orleans, it's been sunny today.
Oh, that's great. Not here, but that's okay. Coming up soon.
Yes. Can you explain your background?
Okay. I have a Associate of Arts degree in fashion merchandising, and I've worked in several retail outlets, including an internship with Saks Fifth Avenue. I've worked for Nordstrom as a stylist. I've worked in the sports world. I've worked at State Farm Arena, working for the Atlanta Hawks. I worked at Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta United Pro Soccer team. And my largest part of my career was as a private jet international flight attendant, which I did for 15 years. And I also worked at IBM for 10 years.
Oh, that sounds really good. I see you had a good resume, and I see you got around doing different things.
I sure did, yes. And my favorite part was being a flight attendant because I was able to travel the world and learn different cultures, learn the way they do things, and learn the different things that they like for each country. So I really enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, so when you be a flight attendant, you do get around.
Yes.
Well, we're about to start the interview.
I'm ready.
How do you think you can change the fashion industry for the average person?
I don't think I can change the industry per se, but I think I can make a person feel hopeful about how well they can look when they go out, how well
Mhm.
they can put together things, and how well their appearance will be when they go out and show themselves to the world.
So, how do you think you can do that?
By first of all, talking to them, getting to know their personality, finding out is there any particular person on television that they emulate, any particular personality, i.e., say a Kate Middleton from England, or Oprah, or maybe a famous sports player. I would find out if they like to emulate these people, that would give me an idea of where I could start as far as styling them.
Well, that makes sense. That's a good way to start.
Definitely.
The fashion industry is very wide. Why do you believe individuals will consider using your services?
Because of the cost. Uh, the budget. I can get high quality things at a very reasonable price. Money talks, and it doesn't have to be super, super expensive to be something good, something of good quality. I know for myself, I'm able to, in my wardrobe, I have lots of pieces that are,
Mhm.
say, for an example, I might have a pair of slacks that cost $10, and I may throw in a $25 top and maybe a designer handbag, maybe a Tory Burch purse that costs maybe a couple $100s. Um, so that way you have the full look and you look like you stepped out of a very high end retail establishment, such as a Neiman Marcus or a Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. Well, since you did mention that, and I know you'll be styling people, and you mentioned how women will style this stuff, but when it comes to men, it's a little difficult. So, would that be like a little challenge as well?
No, absolutely not. No, I can style men just as well as I can style a woman. I can see, I can see anybody on the street if they have good style and they know how to put. The thing is, you have great style if you know how to put together things. You can
Mhm.
colorize things. You know how to match things up so everything is well coordinated. Um, I don't think that's an issue at all. Not for me. I can do it with my eyes closed for a man or a woman.
Well, that's really good. Now,
Um,
that's a good talent if you got that in you.
yes.
What was your vision for the concept, and how did you bring it to life?
My vision was to be able to style people on a budget. Um, Not the rich, because the rich have nothing against the rich. They've done very well for themselves. They've made it to the top. Good kudos to them. But seems like the lower class or the upper middle income or the middle income kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Most people cannot afford to have a stylist. Stylists can cost anywhere between $250 an hour, anywhere up to $1,000 an hour for their services. I style and charge on a dime for the most part by their budget. I charge a small consultation fee depending on their income. I find out what their needs are, what they would like, how detailed the consultation will be. So that way I'll know how much shopping and how much time I'm going to need to put into it. And I find out what their budget is. If their budget is $100, that's what I spend on them. $100. I can style them. I could probably buy them a beautiful outfit for $100. So
That's
that's my
really
vision.
interesting.
being able to style people on a budget, style people on a dime, not spending a lot of money. And they look fabulous. They look absolutely gorgeous when they walk out, when they're ready to present themselves to whoever they're going to. They're going to a fabulous meeting, they're going to a fabulous party, they're going to a ball game. I can hook them up. No problem.
That's a good concept and that's a good vision as well, because you have to know how you plan to do everything overall. Well, since you did mention that as well, I know we have been going on with this interview, but you have not mentioned the name of your company. Do you mind telling me your company name, please?
Sure. It's Diamond Group International Incorporated. We're LLC.
Do you mind explaining about the company?
Yes, pretty much. The company's going to have a couple of surprises, but that's going to be down the road. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. My first
Yes.
bite is going to be starting off with my styling company. The next one, which nobody knows about, is going to be in the entertainment business. It's going to be a complex of one of a kind nightclubs, glamorous nightclubs. And nobody really knows about that. I'm not really talking about that right now because I have to do this one step at a time. This is be a corporation with a couple of tiers to it, and that's going to be the second tier.
At least you gave everybody a secret that you're kind of working on right now, but it's in the works.
Yes, it's not. I'm not. I mean, I've written things down. I've got the concept down and all that, but I want to get this off the ground, and I want this to be going for at least 2 to 3 years before I start the other one.
That's really good. So since you said 2 or 3 years, where do you see yourself before you get to 2 or 3 years with the company?
Where do I see myself? I see myself as very, very successful because this is something that is inborn. I don't think a talent like this is learned. I think a talent like this is inborn. I think you're born that way. I was born. This was my gift from God. God gave me this gift, and I can do this with my eyes closed, and I'm excellent at it. I get compliments every single day. That not a day goes by that I don't get a compliment on even the most casual clothing. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you present yourself. It's the total package that people love.
Well, that is definitely true. First appearance matters. Plus, also, if you can put it all together, it stands out as well.
That's right. That's right.
When someone is picking out clothes to wear, how would you determine the right look for the individual?
It depends on how they're built, how they're made. Um, say for a man, he could be stocky, he might be tall, he could be short, he could have long legs. They just have to try different. I would pull different looks that I think would look appropriate on them, and they'd have to try them on. And if they looked good, then I'd say, whatever outfits they liked, then that's what we would go with. But yeah, you have to mix and match. You have to try things out first to see what's going to work best for the person. Like for a woman too, women comes in all shapes and sizes. You have your small people. I'm really tiny. I wear like a size 0 or size 2, and you might have a larger woman. It could be in her, size 22. She
Hmm.
would wear something different than woman that is a size 2. So you have to know how to accentuate certain areas, maybe camouflage other areas that maybe a woman might feel is not that flattering. So you're going to do something to make her whatever you dress her in, it's going to have to be flattering for her figure for sure.
Hmm. That makes sense. Since you are styling different people, what is the concept of how you're styling people? Is this a process that people got to follow so they can get started? And how does that go?
What's the concept? It's a good question. The concept is just pretty much your personality, just knowing who you are. And you can emulate that through fashion. You emulate that through what you wear. That's how that works. Fashion is personality, how your personality is. Like me, I'm a very elegant woman. I dress the part, even in casual clothes. I'm elegant. I'm always going to have on some pearls or a slash of some rhinestones here, but done very elegantly. I might throw in a expensive watch, and I might have on some, like I said, some $7.99 pants. I might have on a tracksuit that costs me $15, but I throw in some other pieces to zhuzh it up, to glam it up, and to make it look expensive. That's my concept.
Okay, that's a good concept. How would you assist someone to coordinate an original style for themselves?
I would find out what they had in mind. Again, I go back to, is there somebody that they want to emulate? Like, I'm trying to think of okay, Cam Newton, who's a football player. He's very much into fashion. Maybe they wanted to emulate him.
Hmm.
Um, I would not copy Cam Newton, but I would try to find some pieces that were similar to what he wore and what the types of clothing that he wears. And I would have the person try it on and see how it works in conjunction with their personality as well. Because it's one thing to have a nice, beautiful outfit, but if your personality doesn't shine through the outfit really doesn't look that great to me. That's just my opinion.
That makes a lot of sense because all clothes and all styles are not for everybody.
Right, exactly.
Okay, Diamond, for your company, how will you do your consultation with the customer?
Okay. So I want to see the people's closet. So I would do Zoom meetings. I schedule a Zoom meeting and I would have them meet me in front of their closet and I would have them show me things that they would like to purge. And by the way, if they want to purge something and they want to get rid of something, I have added a special area to the company that I will arrange for clothing to be picked up to be donated to different various charities like battered women's shelters, disabled veterans. Um, let's see what else. Domestic violence, um, Salvation Army, Goodwill, things of that nature.
Hmm.
Charities of their choice. And I'll have those clothes donated. And then I would want to find out what things they would want to replace, what things they would like to, what would they like to shop for? And that's how I would start it. And if anyone's interested in seeing the website, I highly recommend that you see the website. And the website is fashionstylistonabudget.com. And that's spelled FASHION stylist, STYLIST on ONA budget, BUDGET.com.
Hmm.
And go onto my website that explains everything for you right there.
Okay, well, that's good. And I also like how you basically mentioned a way for you to get rid of the old clothes and they can be able to donate because really that's a good thing as well. Because what you're doing at that time is people who are unable to buy something, you're allowing them to get the clothes that those other people had that that they no longer need. So that's a really good
That's
thing that you're doing. It's a two-part thing.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And people that have seen the website, probably over 100 people have seen this website so far and they are going crazy. I have not gotten one negative comment on it. Everybody is just elated and people are ready for me to open, but I probably I probably will not launch until about June 1st because I still have some other loose ends to tie up in May.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I know when you do your launch, you're going to be ready to go.
I sure am. Yep. I'm excited. It's going to be wonderful.
What motivates you in your life to achieve any of your goals?
3-letter word, God. And that's it. Pure and simple. That's what motivates me.
Okay, that is good. Do you mind elaborating that, please?
Well, he gives me the courage to go after my dreams. He gives me the courage to don't take no for an answer.
Hmm.
He gives me the courage to have courage. And even if I fail, but this time I will not fail because I have tried to have my own businesses 2 times before and I failed miserably. And there's nothing wrong with failing. Actually, failing is a good thing because you learn from it. You learn from it. You learn not to do the same thing that you did the first time. And so you know how to turn it around the second time around. And you learn from your mistakes.
Yes, that does make a lot of sense. You do learn from your mistakes. And since you had a business in a previous time, like you say, it's your time to have this business.
That's right. Absolutely. And I'm ready. And I've done everything the right way this time. And it feels good. And I haven't rushed it. I don't want to rush it. Like I could rush and say, okay, I'm opening because I've had friends tell me, God, can I do it now? And I'm like, no, no, I want to wait I need 1 more month to make sure all my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. So, everything's ready to roll and I can give my full attention to all my clients and not worry about anything.
That sounds really good. Well, one thing, since you did say you had a previous business, what do you think you can tell somebody who would like to start a business, like things they need to look into?
Don't ever give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Everybody has a dream. And even if there's naysayers, there's people that'll laugh at you, there's people that'll say, they think you're crazy, you know, an entrepreneur is genius. An entrepreneur is smart. An entrepreneur is innovative. An entrepreneur cultivates. An entrepreneur motivates. An entrepreneur has a great mind. And I think that people are very threatened by that. And I say, don't give in to any of that. Go for your dreams. That's what I would tell anyone. No matter what, and even if you fail, everybody fails. Everybody fails that's trying to be an entrepreneur. Nobody goes right out the gate and it's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but you have to have a passion for it. Don't just do it I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because this is something that I love. And I know people are probably saying, yeah, right. Yeah, she's doing it for the money. No, no, I'm not. I know for a fact I'm doing it because it's my passion. It's what I love and it's what I am darn good at and I'm proud of it and I'm great at it. And I look good when I go out. I get compliments every day. So that's proof positive right there that I'm on the right track.
Yes, that is true. That is that is true, and that is a positive way to look at it, especially since you see it in yourself. You have to believe in yourself to go
Yeah,
on with it overall.
that's right. Absolutely.
What concerns do you believe you can change in the fashion industry?
What concerns? I don't think you can change the fashion industry per se. You can't really change it. I mean, you can do some things differently on your own for sure, but changes, I don't really see that. What I would like to see is I would like to see some of these big designers, some of these celebrities that are up there that have already made it to the top, give back and help people that are less fortunate. You know, I'm not saying that they don't do it because there's a lot that do, but then there's a lot that don't. They get to the top and they forget that people help them on the way up. My dream is to have people that have reached the top give away some of your clothes. Don't put them online and sell them for thousands of dollars, because the middle class and lower middle class, upper middle class can't afford to buy those things. They wear like Balenciaga, they wear Hermes, they wear all these really high end designers, which are absolutely gorgeous things. But then they put them on, they consign them, or they put them on, they start their own websites and they put them on sale, but they still sell them for thousands of dollars. The average person can't afford that. That's my thing. And I also, and I'm very passionate about that. I want people to help out, help the people that are less fortunate. I'm not talking about just the poor. I'm talking about the middle class. The middle class is stuck in there. They're just stuck there. They're the forgotten classes. Nobody helps them. They need help. They could use a little push sometime. It's only fair. It's what's right. The Bible says you're supposed to give back and help other people. That's what it's all about. And my next point is, there's a lot of fashion colleges around. I went to a fashion college in Atlanta, and I want to wear designers that people don't know about. I want to wear designers from different cities, from your city, from New Orleans, from Houston, Texas, from all over the country. I want to go to fashion colleges and I want to wear their clothes. I want to find out who these people are. I want them to get noticed, because there's so many talented people out there that just get lost in the shuffle, and it's so unfair. Their parents spend thousands and thousands of dollars on them on tuition, and they never get discovered. Nobody cares about them. They end up crashing their dreams. They end up feeling like that it's hopeless, and they're sad, and it's just not the way to go. And I'd like to see other people that are in a position of power to do the same things. Help out your fellow brother and sister. Help them out. Help them. I'm not saying hand them anything. Nobody handed me anything. But I'm just saying, help one another. Help each other. That's how you move up to different class levels. I'll get off my soapbox.
No, you're okay. I'd rather you speak your mind, because that's what matters the most. You speaking what you believe in. You speaking what you know needs to change. Because really what you're saying, a lot of people has thought of that as well. But you have this platform right now, and you are able to express what you want the world to know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes for people that work in that are going to work in my company. Right now, it's just going to be me, and I'm going to have an assistant. That's it. I mean, nobody else will be on my staff probably until next year, but they're all going to be people that know the fashion industry, but they're going to be people that are unknowns, undiscovered talent. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going to be known for, is any of my businesses, even when I do the nightclubs, it's all going to be unknowns. It's not going to be anybody that's known ever, 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 period. I'm just not going for it at all. Just because, say I make it, I know I'm going to make it this time, because I'm on the right track. But when I do get there, I tell you what, I'm not going to follow the modus operandi. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to continue on with my class level. Even if I'm upper class, I'm still going to continue on. I've been middle class all my life. I'm upper middle class. I'm going to continue to put all my energies into those classes.
Oh, that sounds really good. And then I also like how you say that you're going to give the people a chance who never really been in this industry, but they want to get in. That's a good thing, because it's really hard to get in an industry like that, correct?
That's right. It is. Yes.
Mhm. And then for you giving them that chance, they're going to appreciate that a whole lot.
Let's hope so. Yes, I would hope they would, because it is very hard, and it's very it can be very cutthroat too, and I'm not a cutthroat woman. No, I'm a good woman, and I'm a fair person. I'm a Libra, the scales of justice. I should have been a judge, because I like to see people to be treated with equality and fairness. Always. That's the way it always should be. But it's unfortunately, we live in a crazy world. We live in a messed up world a lot of times, and this is the way I want things to be. If you're coming around me, that's how it's going to be.
Mhm. That makes sense. Since you are a consultant with fashion, what do you hope individuals will appreciate from you overall?
That I know what I'm talking about, that I know how to put things together, that I've got my shit together for the most part. I really do. I know what I'm doing, and I'm not being boasting. I am excellent at it. I'm excellent at it.
Okay, well, that's good. You believe in yourself, and I know the customer is going to believe in what you put out because that is what's key, correct?
That- That's right. Correct.
Do you have anything else that you would like the listeners to know about the company?
The company pretty much is full of happiness, and it's full of a lot of positivity. And I feel like the clients won't only be my clients. I feel like I'll make a lot of friends out of a lot of my dealings with my clients. I feel like I'll make a lot of friends. Um, I'm very, very good with people. I got that from being a flight attendant. I have fabulous people skills, and I love people, and there's nothing better than to make someone happy, make someone smile, make someone's day, just by being kind, just by telling them how lovely they look, paying them a nice compliment, making somebody's day. That's how I would answer that question.
I like that. Very positive and very motivating at the same time.
Exactly.
We have come down to the last question. Since you are a consultant for fashion, how would you determine your price for different individuals?
That depends on the individual themselves. Everybody has a different income level. Whatever their income level is, that's what I go by. That's what their budget's going to be. Um, Say, for instance, if it's a quick consultation and they already have everything lined up, they know what they want. That'll be $50. So I'll just tell you that out the gate, $50. So
Mhm.
if it's more detailed, it could be anywhere between $75 and $100 if the consultation is more detailed and longer. It's taking longer to get the recipe down. It'll take longer. That's just for the consultation. There will be a charge for the shopping. So there's another charge for the shopping, which that's where they tell me what their budget is. If they tell me they can only spend $100, I'll take that $100 and stretch it and get all I can for $100. That's it. That's how that works.
Okay, well, that makes a
Uh-huh.
lot of sense. That makes
Yep.
sense. And then also, it gives the customer an idea what to start from. And then you also assisting them much as possible, correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Well, Diamond, I enjoy interviewing you today on Consulting Between Friends podcast.
I enjoyed it too, Michael, and it's an honor to be on your show, and I hope that you invite me back sometime again in the future.
Thank you. Before we leave, do you mind let my listeners know how to contact you?
Okay, you can contact me My cell number is 702-569-4050. And there's a consultation sheet on my website. Again, I said it earlier. It's fashionstylistonaBudget.com. And my personal email is airsas2003@yahoo.com.
Thank you, Diamond, for being a part of Consulting Between Friends podcast. I did enjoy interviewing you today, and I enjoy learning about your company. And I know my listeners are going to want to see what you have to offer them. And I'm glad that you was on my podcast.
I was happy to be here and you're a joy. Thank you so much for everything, Michael. You're wonderful.
Thank you. After a short break, we will return. We are back. In closing, I hope the information was valuable to my listeners about fashion and how a consultant can assist you with fashion issues. Diamond has explained why she wants to assist people with fashion ideas to benefit everyone. With Diamond's knowledge of fashion, she can give individuals the confidence they need to be unique in their own way. So, I hope you can support her vision and business for fashion. One last thing, remember to support local businesses. And fashion is the key to confidence in yourself. Thank you for listening to Consulting Between Friends. This podcast is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, as well other platforms that are available. So like and subscribe. Need to contact us and leave us a comment? You can find us on Instagram at consulting the letter B friends. Once again, consulting B friends. An email address is consulting the letter B friends at gmail.com. Once again, consulting B friends at gmail.com. Consulting Between Friends now has a merch online store called Podcast Merch Headquarters. This is where you can buy merch to show your support for the podcast. Some items to choose from are t-shirts, tumblers, and hoodies, as well many other things I know you will appreciate. So take the time to review the items in the store. The link will be available in the podcast notes under Podcast Merch Headquarters. Consulting Between Friends appreciates the constant support. It means a lot. If you would like to support the podcast more, you can find me on Patreon at Consulting Be Friends. Once again, at Consulting Be Friends. The link will be in the description. Consulting Between Friends now has a way for listeners to share their feedback about the podcast. The listeners can now share their feedback on Discord. The link will be available in the podcast notes and on the podcast website. Consulting Between Friends has its anniversary on May 4th, 2023. Consulting Between Friends podcast will be 2 years on May 4th, 2023. The current number of podcast downloads is 7,381. It continues to grow every day. So thank you for your continued support. Thanks again for the support. If you have an extra minute, it would be greatly appreciated if you could answer a few questions regarding the quality of the podcast. The link will be in the description. Consulting Between Friends. Thanks to everyone for making this possible. The host, Michael Holmes Jr., the producer and content creator, Michael Holmes Jr., the artwork cover, Michael Holmes Jr., original music, a DJ named Slash, references, favorite.com, special guests, Diamond Sparks, fashion consultant, founder of Diamond Group International LLC, content distributor, My Producer Podcasts,